In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the Modelbuilder incorporated in the processing menu. In a previous video, I showed you how we could use the QGIS geoprocessing tools, buffer, dissolve, merge, and clip. And then now I'm going to show you how you can use it with the Modelbuilder, so you can run the same as a script. At first, I find the processing menu, and here you can find the graphical modeler. The graphical modeler gives you access to all the features you have in the processing system. Here in the bottom you can have all the inputs, and at this point you can have all the algorithms. I start with the inputs. At first I'm going to enter a model name here, and I will call this zone, and I am going to enter a group name, and I'm calling this GIS course. First I have to insert 3 vector layers, so I am clicking at the first vector layer and give it a name, and I call it mark block. It's a polygon layer and it's required, so I press OK. Double click again at the vector layer and it's streams. The streams are lines, and the third one will be lakes, and that's a polygon. So now I have the 3 layers here. Then I go to the algorithms. First, I have to create a buffer around the streams, around the lakes. So up here I write buffer, and I find all the functions here. I'm going to use the QGIS algorithms with a fixed distance buffer. Double click at the fixed distance buffer, and I'm going to call it buffer stream, and I choose the stream layer. I have a distance of 10 meters, and I'm going to dissolve the result, so I only get 1 buffer for all the streams. It's only going to be a temporary layer, so I click OK. Now you can see here the buffer stream. I double click at the fixed distance buffer again, and here I will call the layer buffer lake, and I choose the lake. Again the distance 10 meters, and I want to dissolve all the buffers here, and I press OK. And I've wrote the wrong name here, so I'm going to edit it and say buffer, like this. OK. The 2 buffers I'm going to merge into 1 layer. So again I'm searching for merge, and I'm choosing the QGIS algorithm merge vector layers, and I choose the 2 layers, which will be buffer and buffer. Click OK, and I don't have any output layer, just a temporary layer, so I click OK here. So now I got the merged vector layer here. In this merged vector layer, I now want to dissolve the 2 buffers I have inside, so it will be dissolved into 1. So I search for dissolve, and again here it will be from merged layers, and I'm going to dissolve it all, and I press OK. So now I have 1 feature in the dissolve layer, which I want to clip with the data from the field blocks mark block here. So I'm going to use the clip feature. I double click here clip, and I use the input layer mark block, which I want to clip in, and I take here the the dissolved layer, and here I want to have the output, which I call zone, and then I press OK. I'm going to find the zone field here. So this is my output. Before I run this, I'm going to save. This model, and this is going to be called zone. And I press save. And now I can run this model. Be aware I don't have any open layers here, so I can simply run the feature without any open layers. So I click Run Model, and I don't have any possibilities to open any open layer because I don't have any open layers. So I click here and select the file. This is my first one. The second one with the lake. I'm going to click again here. This was the lake. And the third one from the stream, which will be this one. So now I have all the data input here, and I want the zone. Now it says save to temporary file, so I'm going to say save to file, and this is going to be called zone. Save. And I want to see the result after running the algorithm, so I simply press run, and now it starts to run all the models which I've just built. And now it's take the second model, and now it take the dissolve. The dissolve can take a while. I don't know why it's so slow, but it takes a while, so I set the video to wait a bit. Now it finished to run, so I can close my processing modeler, and I can see the result. I simply got a layer with the new zones which has been clipped out of the original field blocks,